Here he is! What's up, folks? Heading out on another ride. It is a beautiful, sunny, and cool day here in Florida. So I'm riding north through the Seminole forest today. I'm going to meet up with a friend who is partway through a really epic ride. I think he knows that I'm coming to meet him. We just don't know where we're going to run into each other. It shouldn't be too long from now. Here he is! What's up, man?
What's going on, buddy?
How you doing?
Hot and tired.
You're making awesome progress today.
Yeah, it started real slow. Rainy, 5 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
Sand, hike a bike for about 1.5 miles in Ocala National Forest, so it was really slow. Once I got out of Ocala, it's been moving pretty good.
Well, we've been following your progress on the track leader site.
Cool. I am sitting at mile 873.
Well, you're looking good, man.
I'm feeling a lot better than what I did last year.
Yeah.
And 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Different bike now. Got bigger rims and dyno. I just got the dyno.
I see that. Wow.
The K-Lite deal.
Right.
Just got that.
Yeah, I saw the headlight off in the distance, and even in the daylight, it was
let me get rid of
pretty darn bright looking.
Drying some clothes out here. Well, I'm giving props my hometown Crankworks Bikes out of Brooksville, Florida.
There you go.
And Riders Only out of Jupiter, Florida.
Well, I don't want to impede your progress, so
I'm making a break.
The sand wasn't as bad as times past, right?
Yeah, that was much nicer up there.
Okay.
But through Ocala National Forest, the route through there, or I wouldn't know from last year because I didn't make it that far. But the year before, the route was different. There was sand, but nothing like I just went through.
Okay.
Worst sand that I've ever seen Carlos have us go through.
Wow. I can imagine.
And you know some of those.
Oh yeah. I can imagine.
Some of it was my legs being tired, but a lot of it was even the sand.
Wow.
Weather starting off in the panhandle first day or so was nice.
Yeah, I know you had.
Then it got really, really
I was gonna
cold.
say you had some really cold days, man. How'd that fare out?
You know, the first night I was outdoors, and then I was like, you know what? I am definitely going to get to the end of this thing. So I ended up doing the bed and breakfast and another hotel.
Okay.
Normal. He always gives me a hard time about I don't drink.
Yeah, me too. I don't either.
You know what?
I don't either.
When I finish this ride, I'll drink something for you.
Wow, that's funny. So we just got here at I don't even know what this little area here is called, but we're on the southern end of the Seminole State Forest. Here with the man, the myth, the legend, STACY Bolton. He is how many miles into this?
873
873 miles into the Florida Divide ride.
from Alabama, Open Pond, Alabama to Key West, Florida.
Okay, so-
Open Pond is about 30 miles north of Crestview off of I-10.
What has been one of the biggest highlights of the trip?
Definitely the Panhandle. Osceola River, even though I would not recommend riding a bike through there for anybody.
Why is that?
Because you can't, right? Because just ups and downs and trees and everything.
Okay.
But it is very impressive to hike and
Yeah.
look around. The Osceola River is one of these rivers that, if you look at it, looks like 3 or 4, 5, 6 ponds, and the river flows underneath the ground.
Yeah.
Through the lime rock.
Oh, wow.
That connects the ponds. So
I didn't know that.
if you were to drop dye, you would see the dye come up in all the ponds.
Huh.
That
Interesting.
you'd be riding on the trail, and you look down into the crest of the crevice and see the water flowing. So you're constantly looking around at the beauty,
Wow.
and then the trail eats you up.
Yeah.
Right? So that's probably the coolest thing.
Wow.
Eglin Air Force Base is pretty cool too.
Yeah. So what has been the lowest point so far?
I would have to say the past past 24 hours through Ocala National Forest.
Really?
With just the riding there. All the riding in the Panhandle this year was so much easier and better than last year.
Huh.
And when I got to Ocala, it wasn't anything that I didn't expect.
Okay.
With the sand and just the continuous.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the incoming rain, the rain
Okay.
last night, the hike-a-bike through the sand.
Okay.
Again, nothing I wasn't expecting.
Okay.
But
So tell us about your bike. I see you're on a new bike this year. You used to ride a Trek.
So 2 years ago, I was on a Trek.
Yep.
Last year before Huracan, I got the Thai Carver Narvister. I just got I-9 wheel sets with the dyno hub and the K-Lite special, with the K-Lite light and the converter.
So for those that might watch this and not know what you're talking about, explain exactly what that is and what it does.
So the K-Lite, I call it the K-Lite special. It's a dyno hub on the front, the red that John's pointing at, generates current that goes to 2 different boxes, a box here, and now you get to see all my dirty secrets, a cache battery, and inside here somewhere is a little converter box, a sine wave converter box.
So that's like a charge controller.
So Right. So there's the AB switch up here.
Right.
Right up here. You can toggle. Sorry, my dirty clothes.
That's fine.
AB switch. Toggle one way and you generate power for the light. You toggle the other way. It generates power for the sine wave to charge your cache battery.
So you can essentially run your headlight indefinitely and never worry about anything dying on you.
Correct.
Okay.
And
then you charge this for your phone and your GPS and stuff like this.
GPS runs off of it. Charge your phone, your
Okay.
iPod. I even charge my rear blinky light off of it.
Oh, wonderful. So on a typical...
And my GoPro.
Oh, nice.
So everything gets charged off.
So like, if your phone is, say, at 0, for example, how long would this system take to typically charge your phone up?
So I've had the K-Lite for about 2.5 months. So I've never had that
situation. Okay.
That's why I have a 10,000
Very good.
mAh brick that I know I can charge my phone 2 or 3 times with.
Okay.
But I do know that I can take this down to 1 bar. And by the time I need it again at night, it's fully charged.
Okay, wow. Good deal.
By charging my phone, my GoPro, my iPod, my blinky light, and everything else, this will go down to 1 bar out of 4.
Okay.
Then next day I hook it up and use the headlight while I'm on the roads and use the charge function while I'm on the trail.
Right.
And charge it completely.
Okay.
It is a bit pricey, but it does save you.
But you get what you pay for.
It does save you because last year and the year before, I ended up carrying 2 or 3 big 22,000.
See, that's what I do because I don't have a system like
2 or 3 huge bricks
Yeah.
and like 4 chargers and 17 cables. And
Yeah, that's what I do.
So right now I have 1 power charger as an emergency and all my charging cables.
Awesome.
So instead of having a bag full of batteries, I just have that small one now. So
when this system, so basically, whether you're running your light or charging a battery, you have that running something 24/7 as long as you're moving.
As long as I'm moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you notice there's any additional like resistance?
Yes, absolutely. When I went to the dyno hub, I went to a larger width rim.
Okay.
So prior to this, I had M Classic rims that I could only go up to 2.4 tire width.
Right.
So since I knew I was going to get a dyno hub, I went to the wider rims, I9 hub in the back, I9 hoops. Then I can go up to 3.5
tires. Wow.
if my frame would support it.
Okay.
So my frame will support 3. So when I went to the larger tires and the dyno hub, I definitely could tell a difference between the smaller tires and the other rims.
Okay.
Now, once it gets rolling, you don't notice a difference with the dyno hub. But at slower speed, you do.
Oh, really?
So as soon as the magnetos or the magnets start going, you can't tell.
Okay.
It's more of a difference with the tire width than the weight of the rims.
What speed do you have to be moving at to have the light running or to have a battery charging?
The light has what they call a stand light or stand light feature.
So it'll keep running when stopped.
So once you get going, 2 LEDs will come on low.
Okay.
I mean, like 2 or 3 miles an hour, up until about 8 miles an hour.
Okay. And is that enough light for you to actually see in the dark?
For road riding, absolutely.
Okay.
For normal single track, yes. Technical single track, no. I would say technical single track, even if you're going fast with the 3 LEDs at max brightness, you still want that light on the helmet to be able to, trace with your head with that spotlight.
Okay.
The K-light is nice and bright, wide, short distance, but you still want that spotlight out.
Gotcha.
So if it's tight, fast single track, you definitely want the helmet light. But if you're doing dirt roads and stuff like that, just the K-light's just fine.
All right.
Even cruising 15, 16 miles an hour, it's fine.
Okay. Have you had any mechanical issues since you started?
Let's see. I guess it was Eggman. Anyway, it was probably day 3 or day 4. I took a huge stick. No, it was coming out of Ecofina. I took a huge stick up into the rear derailleur and cassette.
Cause any damage?
Yes.
Yikes.
Slightly bent my cage,
Okay.
but it also bent 2 of my teeth on my cassette.
Okay, I've had that happen before.
So it was like, but you know, at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, you don't want to be messing with it after a long day.
Right.
So I knew I was headed into a hotel that night, so I was like, okay, it would shift gears just fine, except for those 2 or 3 in the middle, where it would shift in and then catch that tooth and like shift out.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, okay, just avoid those gears.
Yeah.
So I limped into the hotel, looked at it the next morning, you know, with steady hands and steady eyes, and got my needle nose just enough. Is it perfect? No. Do I nose it still? Yes. Is it going to be good enough to get me to the end? I hope.
Okay, good
Yeah,
deal,
yeah.
good deal. So tell us now about, you did the Divide in 2016, but you started in Fargo, Georgia.
I went to Flamingo.
You went to Flamingo.
Yeah.
Then you tried the Alabama extension last year, and you made it to where?
Rodman Dam.
Rodman Dam, and then you kind of called it quits. And
Phoned
now,
a friend and went home.
now this year you started in Alabama again, and you're crushing it. So tell us from your perspective the comparison between this year and the last 2. What's going on?
First year from Fargo to Flamingo, you know, I'd done 2 or 3 day events. I was fine for the first 3 or 4 days, but from day 5 to day 7.5, I struggled.
Okay. Why do you think that is?
Just mentally and physically, I've never done anything that long.
Okay.
Luckily, I was with 2 guys, and that kept me mentally in the game.
Mm-hmm.
We always ended up starting at the same spot and finishing, but not necessarily riding throughout the day
Together, right.
So it would be, you know, leapfrogging each other, but it was enough of a mental goal to get there.
Okay.
So we all
Makes sense.
finished within 20 minutes of each other. So it was great.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, now I know what this multi-day thing is about. Let me try this.
Okay.
And I was better shape physically, better equipment, but the route was horrendous.
Okay.
A lot of down trees, a lot of hike-a-bike. And when I mean down trees, you'd be lifting your bike
I can imagine.
50-pound up over through
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
trees or these streams. So up in the Panhandle, you have all these little creeks running into the rivers, which cause these crevices where you come down and it'd be a big V.
Like
and
an
you'd have to
erosion rut.
up and over
Yeah.
to get up the other side.
Okay. That's got to be tough with a 50-pound bike.
50, 55.
Actually, how much does your bike weigh, do you know?
So
Fully decked out.
this one with the bigger tires, with everything, started at 62.
Wow.
That was with all my food and all my snacks. I'm pretty much empty on food and snacks, so I would bet you I'm in the 53, 55 range.
Okay.
Because I carry a lot of
Okay.
personal preference snacks.
Right,
to
I
get
hear you.
through.
I would too.
But yeah, so that first year on the Alabama ride, it was just horrendous. I burnt more calories than I could intake because I was physically, not just legs, you know what you can eat to fuel just
Yeah,
pedaling,
yeah.
but lifting and carrying
Yeah,
and everything.
that's a whole different ball game.
I couldn't intake enough.
It's like a
calories.
CrossFit workout on wheels.
Yeah, I couldn't intake enough. So by day 3 or 4, I knew I was behind on the calorie intake.
Yeah.
And I knew it was just a matter of time.
Okay.
And that time happened to be Rodman Dam with 2 days of rain coming. And I don't know if you're familiar coming into Rodman Dam, there's they call it mud holler, which is
I've ridden up in that area.
A mud pit where the big trucks come and spin
Okay.
and fling mud and motocross
Yeah.
and so forth. it seems like every time I come down through there was on a Sunday, and everybody's leaving. So I don't know if that had something to do with it, you know, being wet and having fun on you.
Everything's all churned up.
Yeah. So so I called it quits. It's like I can't see another 7 days of this misery. So fast forward to this year, going, okay, I'll do it again, and being in worse physical shape, but I think better mentally.
Yeah.
I was mentally prepared for all that extracurricular. Even though it wasn't there, I was mentally prepared for it. I feel good. I feel good mentally.
That's good.
So I got to Rodman Dam was it yesterday, going, hey, this is the same exact spot where I said, no more. I think I'll get up and keep riding.
Nice.
You know, this is close to home. Let's just keep riding.
Did you ever have any moment until this point from when you started where you're like, why the heck am I doing this? I'm never doing this again. Because I know on like some of the rides that I've done in the past and stuff like this, I've had moments like that. But then like you get through it, or like, of course I haven't done the Divide or anything that long, but like even on some of the 2 or 3 day things, or even like 24-hour races that I've done, I get those thoughts in my head. I'm like, I'm never doing this again. I'm hurting. I feel terrible. But then when it's all over, I'm like, I start replaying stuff in my head. It's like, it wasn't that bad. And then, well, I could have done this differently, and I could have done that better. I'm going to give it another go. Do you ever have moments like that?
Absolutely. So, like I said on the way in here, I think I'm better mentally because I did those rando rides, which dirt rando, 2, 3, 4, and 600K, all within a certain time limit. So having to do 600K in like 36 hours, it takes a certain mindset to push through that.
Absolutely.
Think being able to do that helped me prepare for the segments of, oh crap, why am I doing this? Right? Because you encounter that so often. So it's like you have to segment and say, this bad section of dirt will only be bad for so long.
For so long, right.
And then it'll get better. All right, stop looking at the dirt. Lift your head up and look around. And
good point.
That does wonders. I mean, you could be in the worst section of dirt, like this morning. I was pushing through the sand, going, oh my gosh, what the bleep am I doing here? You know, calling Carlos all these names in my head. It's like, why is he having us go through here? And it's like, you know why he's having us go through here? Because this is the event, this is the ride, this is what it's about.
It's part of it.
If you can go through this and live to tell another day, another story, then this is it. And then you look around going, okay, all right, you'll get through this, and there'll be another section of good, there'll be another section of bad, and you just keep going. I'm going to say his name wrong. J. Peterberry.
I know who you're talking about.
Tour
Divide
guy.
Peterberry, I think it's called.
Multi-winner. I read a couple of his quotes before I left, and one was like, how does he get through it's the very thing that I said is, this bad dirt will only last so long. That and having a good support system. I mean, meeting people on the ride and stopping and talking is great. Calling home at night.
Have you encountered a lot of that?
You know, just people at restaurants. They look at you, they smell you, and they tilt your head.
Think you're a homeless bum?
And then they kind of look at what you're wearing and look at the bike, and then they say, so where are you coming from? And then you tell them they don't believe you. And it's like, why are you going that route? It's quicker if you just jump on this road. It's like, that's not the purpose.
So you said you started with like a bunch of food. How many days food supply did you carry? How many days supply on a typical leg between restocks are you carrying?
So I started with 4 days. And when I say 4 days, it's the mountain whatever, boil in the bag meal.
Freeze-dried food?
4 full days. Breakfast and dinner. But I knew that first night in camp that I would be eating. So it was 3 days of food that I'd be carrying.
I probably
I probably have a day and try to have always a day, at least one dinner and one breakfast with me, just in case.
Right.
And the routes will typically allow you to get one meal a day, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. One hot meal a day.
Okay.
So you have to know that this is it, and eat a good meal, and then eat your snacks.
I guess that's kind of what I was sort of getting at as well, is like how many opportunities did you have each day to get into a civilized area where you could actually get a meal.
I mean, when I say one good meal, that one good meal might be at a convenience store.
Yeah.
It might be Hunt Brothers Pizza.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by one
Okay.
good meal.
Okay.
Or you might end up and time it just right and go, yes, I did something right. Hotel, Denny's, I'm set.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's all part of feeling that little victory of I'm not sleeping below 30 tonight. I'm in this Best Western, and I'm eating this big old lumberjack special.
And we've talked about your bike and your other gear and stuff. Actually, tell us, aside from the bike, what else? Obviously, you're carrying camping gear, sleeping gear, cold weather clothing, all that stuff. Give us a quick rundown on that. And also, what's your most valuable piece of gear? Obviously the bike, but aside from that.
Let's start with the most valuable. It's got to be chamois butter.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I would have never guessed that. I thought you would talk about like some hardware piece of equipment.
No, I have a newer seat. A Brooks, probably has about 400 miles on it before I started this ride.
Okay, so it's well broken in?
Now, yeah. First couple days didn't wear quite right. Chamois butter saved some future saddle sores.
Okay.
Let's see. GPS, my E-Trex.
Okay. Obviously that's needed.
Believe it or not, the simple things in life, having a good pair of leg warmers that also function as leg protection.
For thorns and brush?
Thorns, I mean, because one day I didn't wear them and I got torn up.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Even though I'm all sandy. But having a nice thick pair keeps your legs from getting chewed up by sticks and bugs and whatever. So, that was a good thing. Good pair of socks. At least one good pair of socks. I have 3.
You had to deal with wet feet for extended period of time?
Not this year.
Because that's always something that I hate.
So, in order of things to take care of your bike.
Right.
Take care of your butt. Take care of your feet.
Yeah.
Everything else comes after that.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
This year, my feet got wet. Balls of my one foot got wet because I slipped off a log. Just enough to go dab
in some water.
In the rain this morning.
Okay.
Last year, I was in ankle to knee deep stuff.
Wow.
Several times.
Yeah.
So foot care this year is much different. Sandy dirt, keep them clean every night. Wash them, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, bike first, butt, feet, everything else.
All right. What about the overall weather since day one?
Day one was beautiful, leaving Friday, probably 70. First night was, manageable, probably 40s or 50s, good sleeping weather. Then it started getting cold.
Right, I remember.
Daytime wasn't bad, but at night it would just drop into, quickly, as soon as the sun would go down, it would drop into the 40s and then quickly into the 30s. I've stayed at more hotels or bed and breakfasts than I normally would have, but that's
just because of the low temperatures.
I've got a tent, thermal pad, and sleeping bag. I want to finish, and I don't want the added issues of what cold brings to your body.
Right.
So when I sleep at night, I want to sleep. Last night I slept in the tent. It was beautiful out. It was probably 50.
Yeah.
It was just a beautiful night's sleep.
Okay.
Until the rain came at 4:30.
Yeah. So you've been, would you say that you've spent like 50% of the time in a hotel and the rest camping? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally it would be 2 or 3 nights camping and then a hotel, just to wash up and clean up and wash your clothes and everything.
Okay.
But it's been probably 50-50 this time.
Have you seen any wildlife out on the route that
last year
could be a potential threat?
Last year I saw a bobcat. This year I haven't seen anything like that. I saw a dead coral snake in the middle of Ocala National Forest, in the middle of the road, squashed like flat. Some deer, some turkey.
But nothing that would be like cause for concern.
I saw some bear scat, some bear tracks in Ocala National Forest. Well, I saw some gators up in Tallahassee.
It's Florida, man. You're going to see that everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere in Florida.
They didn't care about me. I didn't care about them.
Yeah. One final question. Why are you doing this?
I get asked that from people from work a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure that don't get it, right?
They don't get it. And you know, my smart alecky comment back is more not to be smart alecky, but it's often taken that way. Why do I do this? Because I can.
Okay.
Right? If you can go out and do something outside, do it.
Yeah.
Right? Not saying that I'm doing it and you can't. That's what you can do this. You can come out and ride the bike 10 miles.
Yeah.
You're outside. Why am I doing it 14 days?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to.
Because you're Stacy the Man Bolton.
I'm trying to do something.
Yeah, right on.
I'm
Awesome.
gonna think positive because I can.
There you go.
I can.
There you go. Good deal.